Okay, thank you very much. Hi there, everyone. My name is Ronen Yehoshua, CEO of Morphisec. Morphisec is all about reinventing cyber defense. Well, defense is a very tricky business. Defenders, by definition, are in a weak position against attackers. The main cause for that is that targets and the defenses around them usually are known, static, and predictable. And that makes the lives of the hacker very, very easy. I remember that when I was a young soldier at IDF, doing my shift, guarding a certain post in a military camp, nighttime, dark, seeing nothing, I knew that if someone would like to get in, some enemy would like to get in, I have low chances to prevent it. Why? Because they have all the time in the world to gather information about the camp, about its vulnerabilities, know what the defenses are, and design a well-known attack, knowing that when they will do that, things will stay the same. So the same goes for cybersecurity. Applications and operating systems, which are the main gate for attackers to penetrate into organizations, are actually known, static, and predictable. So attackers have all the time in the world to learn those vulnerabilities, design a well-planned attack, knowing the defenses around them, and know that when they will attack, nothing will actually change. And this is the root problem of cyber defense today. So, we all learned that to defend ourselves, the best way is to attack. But we cannot really expect enterprises to attack hackers. So the best we can do, the thing that we must have to do is that to have security systems that are proactive. Let's go for a minute back to that attacker in the military camp. So that guy is collecting information about the military camp, knows where are the entrances, where are the holes, where are the weaknesses, how the defense schemes are working, and go back home, build a well-planned attack, coming back there at nighttime and just about to attack. Now, imagine that a minute before we do that, we take the entire camp, together with the soldiers and the buildings and everything, and we move it to another place. And we keep the regional camp as a dummy. Now, that attacker, not knowing that, is waiting for his time, starts his attack, gets in, and suddenly doesn't find the target he was looking for or expecting for, and will be immediately arrested by a guard that have to ask no questions, because actually no one should be there. So this is actually what we do with Morphisec cyber defense. We take the targets, we morph them, we change the memory structures in such a way that when the attacker meets the targets, expecting to find certain structures, certain resources that it was designed in advance to use, suddenly they find something totally unknown, unpredictable, and automatically fail. By that, what we achieve is actually reverse the game. Instead of chasing after hackers that are attacking predictable targets and defenses, now we make attackers chase after what we call moving target defense. This is a complete change in how security works. How we do that? Each time a process is being launched by activating a file or web browsing, we take the memory structure of that application and we morph it, we change it, and we keep the original at place. Now, if that file or web page is clean, everything will keep working as usual in the new morphed memory structure. But if that file will contain a malicious code that will try to attack, then when it start activating itself, it will do what it was designed to do and will approach the original structure, and that's where we'll catch it. So the result is that we have a very powerful prevention system that kills the attack at the very first stage of it. We provide very rich forensic information immediately about the attack. It's a purely deterministic system that does not drive false positive, which is the main problem of security system today. And it's a highly resilient system that we can really excel against zero-day attacks, unknown attacks, targeted attacks, all this stuff, because we do not rely on any prior knowledge about the attacker. And by moving the target constantly, we make the hackers play trying to break it much, much more harder. Now, to build a very powerful prevention system is one part of the challenge. The next part of the challenge is to make a system that is usable, that can be used by the users, by the IT managers, etc. Because usually that doesn't go together. As much as you tighten your security rules, the more you make it harder for the user or the IT manager to operate it. So thanks to our technology, we were able to build a very simple system, that simple that we call it install and forget. It's the agent that we install, it's only 1 megabyte user mode piece of software, 1 megabyte. And once it's being installed, the IT manager or the security manager actually needs to do nothing. Why nothing? Because there's no need for configuration. We have no rules, no need to databases. We have none. We have no information about attacks. It's a purely deterministic system that do not derive false positive and alerts when we report it's an attack, point. Thanks to our technology, we consume 0 CPU. 0 CPU by definition means no effect on the system at all. It's application agnostic and autonomous. So how that fits into our customer stack? Well, we recommend them keep your antivirus. It's good against 60–70% of the daily attacks you have because they are simple, known, executable, that antivirus do a very good job in stopping them. And in order to protect yourself against advanced attack, you should augment that with Morphisec, which will give you a proactive system which kills the attack at the very beginning with it actually preventing it, and do that with a very efficient way without any additional cost on the system performance or with more personnel. So this would be your best winning stack to deal with advanced threats. So the overall proposition we give our customers is a very unique combination of a very powerful system and one which is extremely simple to install and maintain. We've been testing that product with customers and partners for many months until mid last year. It was highly successful, and I'm proudly and dare to say that this is the best prevention system today in the market. We launched it mid last year, and since then it's been sold to tens of thousands of endpoints for very prestigious customers. And together with our channels and partners, we built a very robust pipeline, which we expect very high growth for this year and the next one. A bit about the company. We were founded 2.5 years ago, spin out the technology from the Ben-Gurion University in Beersheba, one of the main cyber centers in Israel, together with the help of JVP. We are today 33 employees, funded by JVP, General Electric, Deutsche Telekom, recently joined with the Silicon Valley Bank, and now we are in front of our next B funding round. I would like to end with a very interesting and relevant quote by Albert Einstein, which said, "We cannot solve problems by using the same kind of thinking we used when we created them." And I took the liberty to change it a bit and say, we cannot solve problems by using the same kind of thinking attackers used when they created them. Thank you very much.